told to treat it as an adoption. After they had children of their own, they rejected me. They sent me to a children's home at the age of 12. My story isn't unusual. All around the world, they're unloved. In Kigali, the capital of Rwanda, Mugisha's parents were unable to feed and clothe their 6 children. So, at just 13, Mugisha decided to leave home so he could be one less mouth to feed. Living on the street put him at risk of violence, sexual abuse, and exploitation. Family for Every Child's team runs safe and welcoming spaces for homeless children like Mugisha, where they can eat, rest, and talk to someone about their lives. Mugisha told them that he would like to go back home, but that his family were struggling. A support worker contacted his parents, and Mugisha was reunited with them. The charity provided the family with food, and, over time, they are helping his parents to set up a small cleaning business. Now they can live as a family again, and Mugisha is back in school. But there are millions of children like Mugisha around the world, living without adult care. They urgently need your help. The poverty and loss of income created by COVID-19 has taken even more families to breaking point. It cost just £30 to reunite Mugisha with his family. You can give now online by going to bbc.co.uk/appeal/Radio 4 or by calling 0800 404 8144. That's 0800 404 8144. Or you can write a cheque to Family for Every Child and send it to Free Post BBC Radio 4 Appeal. That's the whole address, Free Post, BBC, Radio 4, Appeal. And, importantly, please mark the back of your envelope, Family for Every Child. Thank you so much.
Let me just say there. Calls are free from landlines and mobile phones. You can find all the details for giving, including information on how to collect the gift aid on your donation, online if you search for BBC Radio 4 Appeal. Now, let's have another roundup of the weather. Here's Darren Batt.
Thank you very much, VG. It's a milder day today. It's a windy day as well, and we've got some outbreaks of rain which will slowly move their way northwards. Now, across Scotland, for many, there's a little sunshine in the north and also some showers to the south. We're starting to see the rain now arriving in towards Dumfries and Galloway and onto the southern uplands. And that rain will continue to move its way steadily northwards further into Scotland throughout the day, although the far northeast of the country should stay dry until the evening, with perhaps some sunshine in the northern Ireland.
All episodes streaming now on BBC iPlayer.
That sounds interesting, doesn't it? We're going to start with the sport this morning with Hugh Ferris. Morning, Hugh.
Yes, morning. Chris gave me a fanfare yesterday morning, so I'm a little bit upset that Ellie haven't.
I'm sorry.
Haven't matched that.
I'd forgotten about that. That was a Saturday morning thing. That was completely inappropriate for Sunday morning.
Definitely just after 6, not just after 7. You're right.
Hang on. Let me just get my cornet. Yeah. No, you're not getting a fanfare. I'm sorry. One day is enough. Let's have a listen to what happened last night.
With about half a minute to go, and this time it's a right hand followed by a left hand and a second right hand, a left hook, and Povetkin is down, and he will do well to rise from this with just over 20 seconds to go in round number 4. The referee decides that it's all over at the same time as the towel comes in from the Russians' corner. A brilliant clinical display of heavyweight punching from Dillian Whyte. The question during the week was repeat or revenge. It's been revenge for Dillian Whyte with one of the performances of his career.
He absolutely needed to win this fight, didn't he, Hugh? And he did it impressively by the sound of it.
Yes, absolutely. If you remember back in August, their first fight, which is why there was that rematch last night, that Dillian Whyte knocked Povetkin down in the 4th round twice, but then himself got knocked out in the 5th, rather surprisingly and rather brutally as well. So he'll be delighted that this time he finished the job, having knocked him down 3 times in that 4th round. Crucial win for Dillian Whyte to re-establish himself on the heavyweight pecking order. It is all about, really, yes, Joshua and Fury, but who sits behind them and who might fight the winner of those those, maybe one, maybe two, maybe even more fights between those two that are being sorted out behind the scenes. But also, as you say, the way that he did it will help because of the way that he fell down the pecking order, losing to Povetkin in August. The way that he knocked him out this time around will remind everybody just how good Dillian Whyte can be. Mike Costello saying it reverberate around the heavyweight division. Only Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua had beaten Povetkin before. So even though he's 41, the Russian, he probably likely to retire after what happened last night. But only 3 professional defeats for him now. And White's story has really all been about risk-taking over the course of the last few years in particular. He's taken the tough fights to his cost in August, of course, last year. Even staged this one in Gibraltar to make sure it could happen. We spoke, didn't we, about it being the Rumble on the Rock or the Rumble by the Rock. He had to quarantine himself, as did Mike Costello and all those people attending the fight on a super yacht off the coast of Gibraltar. It's a tough life sometimes, isn't it? But he's been so desperate for this world title shot, Dillian Whyte. He might have to wait a little bit further because of those planned fights involving Joshua and Tyson Fury. But he did at least prove last night that he's a worthy contender. And Eddie Hearn, his promoter, was talking up a potential meeting now with the former WBC champion Deontay Wilder.
We've got to really realise that it's going to be 2022 till he gets a shot at the world heavyweight title. So he's got 2 more fights this year. I love the Deontay Wilder fight. I think it's a massive fight. I think it's a stadium fight. It does huge numbers. So that's something we've got to look at as well. But I would like to see Dillian Whyte box perhaps in America in June or July.
So that's what's to come for Dillian Whyte. I also just wanted to mention on the undercard last night, Campbell Hatton. Most of us will remember Ricky. Some of us will remember Matthew. Well, Campbell is Matthew's nephew. He trains him, but of course he is Ricky's son. And if you follow the career of Ricky Hatton as a Manchester-based journalist over the years, I've done so to quite the extent. You will have had extraordinary deja vu last night. He came into the ring to Blue Moon, just like his dad. He wore blue shorts with a City crest on, just like his dad. He's got a prodigious ability to nail his body shots, just like his dad. Although he's a lightweight, not a welterweight, or a light welterweight as his dad was at the peak of his career. But follow the interesting career that will take place of Campbell Hatton. 20 years old. He won a unanimous points decision over Jesus Ruiz last night on the undercard.
That is young, isn't it, to be getting in there? But yes, it makes you feel old when people that you remember fighting not that long ago, their sons are now.
I remember Campbell Hatton being born.
Where has that time gone? There's more World Cup qualifying games later on.
That's a good point.
Been perhaps.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, it's true actually. I saw our friend, our colleague, Rachel, 5 Live Breakfast on the weekday isn't good enough. A bit more early stuff at the weekend. You know, she said I never quite trust my phone is going to go forward automatically during the night. Well, I do now. I mean, I slightly worried about it. I did wake up at I don't know, whatever time it was, and thought, has my watch is the same.